In this example, we're going to solve a rational equation. Step 1, find the LCD. Notice the first expression, the denominator, is not factored. So we need to go ahead and factor that first so that we'll be able to see what our LCD is going to be. So let's go ahead and factor that into two binomials. So here we have x minus 5 times x plus 6. And that's actually a denominator of the other two expressions. So we see here that we only have two unique different factors, and that's x minus 5 times x plus 6. So that's going to be my LCD. What do you do with the LCD? Multiply all three parts of the equation by the LCD. Why? So that we can clear the rational expressions or clear the fractions. So recall on the first expression that the trinomial factors into x minus 5 times x plus 6. So we can go ahead and cancel that whole trinomial out under the bottom with the binomial that's on top. And the same thing with the others. We're going to go ahead and cancel. With the second term, we were able to cancel x minus 5. And then the last term, we were able to cancel x plus 6. Next, we want to bring down whatever is left. And remember, you should have just a regular equation for which you solve for x. If you still have a fraction or a rational expression, then that means you did not find the LCD, because this process will always get rid of those rational expressions. So now we're left with a clean equation for which we're just going to solve for x. We need to simplify that further by distributing the 2 on the left side and distributing the 1 on the right side. Next, we want to combine like terms while they're on the same side. 4x plus 2x is going to give us 6x. So we're going to go ahead and bring that down. Next, we want to combine like terms. We need to get the variables on the side together and get our integers on the other side. Now, preferably, it doesn't matter which side you place them on. They just cannot be on the same side like the way they are now. My preference is always my variables on the left and my integers, my constants on the right. So to do that, I'm going to have to subtract x from each side, and I'm also going to have to subtract 12 from each side. So when I do that, it's going to look like so. Last step to solving this equation is to divide by 5. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. A negative divided by a positive equals a negative. So x equals negative 17 over 5. Last, we always go back to the top of our equation to look at the denominator to find out what numbers would make it undefined and make sure our solution is not that number. Where we can see here that the only numbers that are going to make the bottom undefined is positive 5 and negative 6. And since neither of those numbers is my solution, that means I get to keep my solution of negative 17 over 5. And that is the solution to this equation. Negative 17/5. And there you have it, solving rational equations.